live and 11 color live show. This is Smackdown Week 3 here in Richmond, Virginia. And well, definitely got one hell of a card for you here tonight. One hell of a Smackdown here tonight, but it opens up here. Well, the newly crowned number contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Carmella, in the ring, and it seems like she has something to say to open up the show. Of course, last week in our main event, she won a battle royal, an 8-woman battle royal, in which she was also the MVP. She came out of the matchup with like 5 eliminations, I believe, and now, of course, gloating. Well, to be fair, she is heading to Money in the Bank, in which where she could definitely be money. She could actually defeat Bayley, the Princess of Staten Island. Mela is money in her words. And well, and now Mela looking to recap us to what happened in our main event last week. She topped 7 women in the Battle Royal, and with that she'll go on to Money in the Bank to face Bayley for her SmackDown Women's Championship, which is all true. She came out with the match with 5 eliminations. Very, very impressive. The final 3 was her, Zelina Vega, and Charlotte. Mela struggled a little bit throughout when it came to a final 3, but she did ultimately prevail. It's now Bayley here to SmackDown Women's Champion, the woman to actually interrupt her. And well, what can this be about? Mela was looking to explain of what will happen to Money in the Bank. It seems like Bayley here, SmackDown Women's Champion, interrupted Mela, not gonna let her go any further. Here, as we kick off SmackDown, Bayley will actually be in action to open us up here on SmackDown, but she's coming out here, right now, before her scheduled matchup. And now getting the mic here. Looks like she has some words for Carmella, perhaps. This will be the battle we see at Money in the Bank. Bayley now. Well, she's just staring a hole through Carmella. Not even saying anything. Oh my god. Well, there we go. Staring a hole through the number 1 contender for SmackDown Women's Championship. And Bayley just whacked Mela across the head with a microphone. And now these two breaking down into a brawl. Exactly what happened between Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal over back in week 1. In episode 1 of SmackDown. Exactly the thing that happened between those two. And it's happening between these two. As now Bayley here. She's attacking Carmella. An elbow drop to follow suit. Why? This is uncharacteristic of Bayley. And a new attitude being shown here from Bayley against Carmella. I have no idea. But she's looking to weaken her opponent. Just before Money in the Bank, I see her there clothesline. The referee finally enters the ring. A referee finally enters the ring. And now Bayley being separated by the ref. And now security having to charge the ring, break things up between them two. Take Mela backstage because this is our opening contest, ladies and gentlemen. Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion, in non-title action against Ember Moon. Moon is not in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but she will be in action here tonight. Perhaps could use Bayley as a stepping stone. Will definitely get a future title shot for SmackDown Women's title if she could defeat Bayley here tonight. But that is your opening contest. But your main event is a fatal 4 between the 4 representatives in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match for the SmackDown brand. Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Andrade, and Buddy Murphy. They do battle in tonight's main event. That's for sure going to be a good one. However, before we get to that contest, which is your main event, we open things up on SmackDown with this woman, Ember Moon, in action as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Bayley already on the outside of the ring, awaiting her opponent. Of course, last week Ember Moon came up short in that 8-woman battle royal. She lasted to the top 4 though, only until she got eliminated by Charlotte Flair. And Ember, she's not going to be in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Instead, it's going to be Charlotte and Zelina Vega, along with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Now, both Asuka and Kairi Sane, they were not in the Battle Royal last week, so they were given the opportunity in the Money in the Bank ladder match due to the fact that they were not in the 8-woman Battle Royal. And so Ember Moon in action here tonight. Since she's not in the Money in the Bank ladder match, she definitely needs a victory here tonight to even make sure that she gets a title opportunity in the first place. Pin the champion, future title match. Well, at least I like to think management will do that. We'll go through with that every time. And now Ember Moon has Bayley in the corner, and Bayley, what a cheap shot. Look at that. Well, Bayley, new attitude perhaps. I see her there. Ember Moon super kicking Bayley down for her troubles. Ember didn't like that, and quickly into the cover. Bayley kicking out before even the ref can count to 1. Ember Moon pissed off after that slap, uncharacteristic of Bayley. Attacking Mela moments ago to kick us off here on Smackdown, and now that slap to Ember Moon. Bayley's not this type of competitor, so this is raising some questions if you ask me. And we know Ember looking to stay on the offensive here, taking down Bayley. Ember Moon, definitely a future champion in general, whether it be SmackDown Women's Champion, Tag Team Champion, maybe even Raw Women's Champion once we have to draft after Mania. But Ember Moon, I like to think along the way in this universe mode, will, at least once, win a Women's Championship. Whether it be a Tag Team title, or one with the main Women's Championship. Who knows, maybe it could be the SmackDown Women's Championship, we shall see. And this right here could definitely be a big stepping stone, and a step in the right direction for Ember Moon. That's now Bayley on the ring apron here. And now Ember sizing her up. Ember Moon now misses the strike as Bayley able to duck underneath by getting back inside the ring, but Bayley getting sent back into her place. Ember Moon now, there we go. Takes Bayley out of the ring. And Ember waiting for Bayley to get back up to her feet. Ember Moon here, I have a bad feeling about this. There we go, suicide dive. Ember Moon goes flying. And Moon is in control over our SmackDown Women's Champion as SmackDown continues. We're back here on SmackDown. During the commercial break, Ember Moon sent Bayley into the corner, followed by a flip into a clothesline onto Bayley. And ever since then, Ember has still been in control. That's usually followed by the Eclipse, but Ember Moon decided to not do the Eclipse and decided to wear down Bayley a little bit more. I see her the strikes in the corner, and I was looking for something. Bayley able to get her feet up though. Catches Ember square in the jaw, but Ember able to retaliate with a power slam. And Bayley springing back up to her feet, showing the effects of it, but trying to fight off the effects here. And now Bayley here, and I think she's just done that because now Bayley has Ember Moon cornered and takes her down, shoulder barrage in the corner. And Bayley, she's feeling it here, charging it up in this matchup and gets the back elbow. Ember Moon dazed, or not. Ember immediately springs out of it like it's nothing and slams Bayley down into the mat. Bayley stunned Ember Moon, all of that for like maybe half a second. And now Bayley here, Hurricane Rana, the SmackDown Women's Champion, looking to get into control in this matchup. Majority of it has been Ember Moon. Of course, this is a non-title contest. Here to open us up on SmackDown. Up next will be your main event, Fatal 4-Way preview of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Finn Balor, and Andrade, they do battle. The 4 men that will represent SmackDown in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. They will be in action. The winner of that Fatal 4-Way gets more momentum heading into Money in the Bank. There's now Ember Moon here. Double knees. There's a knee drop from the top rope. And Bayley just fighting through the pain here, perhaps, as now she has Ember Moon cornered. And now Bayley here. Ember's dazed. Not going to be able to reverse here. And Bayley folding up Ember. Ember Moon folding upon the impact as she gets suplexed into the corner. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley looking to end it here. The Bayley to belly into the cover here. Referee perfect position, 1 and only 1. Ember Moon kicking out of it, and Bayley, she's mad. Well, if this new attitude of Bayley has shown anything, I have a feeling she's not going to retaliate. I have a feeling she's not going to be too happy about that. Let's see there, Ember just shutting down Bayley with the super kick. Or not, because now Ember gets sent off the ropes, and Bayley, she's mad, showcasing her frustration here, just banging Ember's head on the mat. A Bayley to belly has not done it. Bayley with the best move in her arsenal, being pulled out of nowhere. And for Ember to just kick out 1, Bayley's dumbfounded. I'm pretty sure the rest of us all here are also just completely surprised. Ember kicking out 1. And now staying on the offensive here. It's the dropkick in the corner. Looking for another one, but Bayley able to sidestep that one. That's now this matchup perhaps going to look a little bit equal. Well, Ember Moon kicked out 1. Maybe she's going to show the effects. over the Bayley from Bayley. As now Moon here looking for something. Mini fireman's carry by the current Smackdown Women's Champion. As now looking for something. Ember Moon though had scouted, and Bayley having this maneuver scouted as well. And now Bayley drop kick missed. Ember now looking for something. Bayley gonna reverse it. These two women back and forth here. No one has been able to get a good lick in so far. And now Ember, maybe she could get it or not, because Bayley's gonna reverse once more. And now, oh, big time strike. Trying to wear down Ember. Right there. I don't think it's gonna be to no avail here, because now Ember Moon has Bayley up and Death Valley Driver. And while ladies and gentlemen, just tune in, our Smackdown Women's Champion Bayley is in action as well at Money in the Bank. She will defend her championship against Carmella. Of course, Mella won the Battle Royal last week to become #1 contender. They went into a little bit of an altercation there on the show as well, but also now announced right now as the graphics show, Shinsuke Nakamura will get a rematch for his Intercontinental Championship. He faces off against Jinder Mahal. Of course, if you guys do not watch main event, Jinder Mahal, he defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to become the new Intercontinental Champion. As this past episode of main event, the IC title was on the line after the events of Smackdown Week 1, in which where we both have Jinder and Shinsuke just break out into an all-out brawl to open us up on Smackdown Week 1. And well, so that happened, and then management decided to make it a matchup. As now Bayley here, Bayley on the outside, taking down Ember Moon. As during the graphic display, Bayley was able to get the upper hand on Ember with a couple strikes, and now Bayley taking full advantage of that, or not. Ember Moon spraying back up, and Bayley taking a couple steps back. She's not happy about that. Bayley just cannot figure out how is Ember getting out of all these maneuvers. Two Baileys to no avail. And well, Money in the Bank just looking more and more bright as the weeks progress. I see right there, Ember Moon catches Bayley in midair and hits a power bomb. Very impressive right there from potentially a future Smackdown Women's Champion. And this could be a step in the right direction here for that whole road to the Smackdown Women's title if Ember could defeat Bayley here tonight. As Ember Moon misses those knees in the corner moments ago. I feel like everyone misses those knees in the corner by this point. Numerous spelled Sasha Banks missed it this past episode of Raw. And now, oh, Bayley will splash off the top rope. Looking to wear down Ember. As the match will progress, the fatigue will surely kick in. And Ember Moon, she survived. Two Bayley Bays, the first one in the ring kicked out at 1, the second one on the outside of the ring, just getting up seconds after the impact. As now Bayley here has Ember by the hair again. Last time she drew over the top rope when we came back from showing the graphics of Money in the Bank at Zero there. This time around it's going to be a close one over the top rope though. And Bayley able to wrestle and recuperate though, although Bayley now, look at her, she's taunting us. It has to be she's running the ropes. And now going to the outside. Wait, what? Now going to the ring apron. Ember Moon, the referee hasn't noticed, but Bayley, she's got a weapon, and she's got a steel chair, to be exact. This has definitely been a new side of Bayley we haven't seen so far. The referee sees it. Bayley was planning on using the steel chair. Hopefully, I think she was hoping that the referee didn't see it. Well, obviously she would hope for that. Because Bayley, I don't think she wants a disqualification. I don't think she wants to lose this matchup. But she is definitely getting frustrated here. As that clothesline in the corner from Ember Moon here. And well, Bayley was planning on using the chair, but the referee turned around at the exact moment when Bayley was planning on using it. Well, she's going to have to find a way to distract the referee of anything. As now Ember Moon scaling the top rope here for the first time in this matchup. I think Ember's going to go for it. And Bayley, she's getting up. I don't think Bayley knows. Ember Moon looking for the eclipse, and no, Bayley sidestepping. Bayley did in fact notice. She sidesteps the eclipse, and now third time in this matchup, the Bayley into the cover. And I think Ember, is she finally done for? Yes, she is. The first two Bayley Bays had little to no effect on Ember Moon, but then the final one right there, well, it does. And well, not only will we get Bayley versus Mel for Smackdown Women's Championship, but your main Championship matchup at Money in the Bank. Well, at least for a SmackDown side of things. WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston defense against Roman Reigns. Of course, Roman won the triple threat against Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan back in SmackDown Week 1. Due to that, he will face off against Kofi for the WWE Championship. That right there should be an exciting contest, as now going back to the ring, Bayley continues her celebration. Big time victory for SmackDown Women's Champion ahead of Money in the Bank.
Climb the ladder. Grab the briefcase. Earn a championship opportunity. WWE's Money in the Bank ladder match. All for a chance at a guaranteed championship contract. WWE Money in the Bank.
And well, speaking of Money in the Bank, we're going to take a quick overlook of the card so far. Of course, the SmackDown Tag Champions on the line. A rematch from Week 1. The newest SmackDown Tag Champions, Machinery. They defend against a Rocky team in Big E and Xavier Woods of the New Day. Along with that, Jinder Mahal defends his newly won Intercontinental Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Jinder won this past episode main event. Shinsuke gets his rematch for that championship. And of course, as just some moments ago, Bayley picked a big win over Ember Moon. She picks up momentum as she heads to her matchup when she defends against Carmella. And of course, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Sasha Banks picked up a victory over both Ronda Rousey, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss in a fatal 4-8 this past episode of Raw. Can she win the ladder match? We shall see. And along with that, Buddy Murphy, Andrade, Aleister Black, and Finn Balor, the 4 representatives of SmackDown, they're going to do battle here in your main event in a couple of moments. And of course, Drew McIntyre of the Raw brand, he challenges Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. This all stems back to episode 1 of Universe Mode, where McIntyre attacked Rollins after Rollins picked up a victory over Ricochet in the main event of Raw episode 1. Along with that, this past episode of Raw, Rollins, he got retribution by attacking McIntyre after McIntyre picked up a victory over Bobby Lashley. That rivalry slowly but surely heating up. That will be your Universal title match at Money in the Bank. As you saw from the graphic right there, it's time for your main event of SmackDown. Fatal 4-way action as the ominous man from Amsterdam, Aleister Black, will enter first here in this Fatal 4-way, ladies and gentlemen. This Fatal 4-way here to main event SmackDown will begin when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SmackDown. It is time for your main event. Buddy Murphy in the ring, along with the other 3 men in this contest. Aleister Black entered first, Andrade entered second, Balor entered third, and Buddy Murphy. Fourth and final one, ladies and gentlemen. Seemed like your main event of Raw was a fatal 4-way. Your main event SmackDown's a fatal 4-way. The main event of Raw, however, was the women's side of things. Sasha Banks defeated both Ronda Rousey, Nikki Cross, and Alexa Bliss. And here now in this fatal 4-way, Andrade, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, and Finn Balor, they do battle. Who could pick up momentum heading into Money in the Bank, well, at least for SmackDown side of things. And well, as you noticed from the Money in the Bank graphics, majority of it was SmackDown. Minus the Money in the Bank ladder matches will of course consist of both Raw and SmackDown. But also, Universal Championship, Rollins and McIntyre. That one right there was rated the only Raw exclusive match of SmackDown. They have things set up. Heavy Machinery defend their newly won SmackDown Tag Team Championships that they won back in Week 1. Against former champions, the New Day. See right there, Aleister Black flying over the ropes, lands on Buddy Murphy with a tope con hilo. But of course, things were kind of rocky for a New Day back in episode 1. Big E just walking out on Xavier Woods, which led to Heavy Machinery getting the victory. Big E decided to not break up the pinfall attempt after Heavy Machinery hit the compactor. Big E just left. He hopped off the ring apron and he started walking away in the midst of the referee's 3 count. And then, of course, Big E and Xavier Woods, they made amends as Woods accepted Big E's apology last week on SmackDown. Back in SmackDown Week 2, as Theodore Balor catches Andrade right there with a Pele. But, of course, New Day, I still think they're kind of rocky. Although Big E did basically apologized. Xavier Woods accepted the apology, but it was way too simple if you ask me. It was way too simple. Woods accepted it just like that, like nothing had ever happened. And Big E, I don't know, something's off here, but we shall see. Can the New Day go back to working like a great tag team, I guess? like they once did. We shall see that at Money in the Bank. Along with that, Jinder Mahal defeated Shinsuke Nakamura this past episode main event to become Intercontinental Champion. Of course, back in Smackdown Week 1, Jinder and Shinsuke, they broke out into an all-out brawl. And then Smackdown management decided to make the matchup this past episode of main event, in which Jinder Mahal, he topped Shinsuke Nakamura. Along with that, of course, as mentioned a lot of times throughout the show so far, Carmella won the 8-1 Battle Royal last week. With that, she gets the opportunity to face Bayley for a SmackDown Women's Championship. A new attitude to Bayley, as this episode of SmackDown has shown. Shall see what happens at Money in the Bank. And of course, the WWE Championship, Roman Reigns defeating Dan Bryan, Randy Orton in a triple threat. With that, he goes on to face Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank. Hopefully, we shall see either Roman or Kofi in action next week in the SmackDown Go Home show before Money in the Bank. Is now Andrade in the High Red District against Aleister Black here. Oh my God. Able to get a couple rotations into the cover here. Buddy Murphy finally realizes, but don't matter. Andrade kicking out. Black kicking out too. As Andrade taking down Buddy Murphy. And to the outside goes Buddy once again. Andrade cleaning house here. Always need to have eyes in the back of your head when it comes to these type of situations. In Fatal 4-Ways, in multi-man matches, in general. It's now Aleister Black here. Double foot stomp right in front of Balor. Almost as if what you can do, I can do better. It's Black with that double foot stomp right in front of Balor. Who knows, maybe we can see Balor's double foot stomp. The coup de grace right there. Black was probably looking for another double foot stomp into Andrade, but Balor, he had enough of the one-upsmanship right there. Decides to stop Black in his tracks. Black able to kick down Buddy Murphy. These four competitors, highly talented. The Money in the Bank ladder matches, they're going to be difficult. They're going to be really difficult to really predict. Of course, Raw's side of things sees Ricochet, Braun Strowman, Cesaro, and The Miz. So, really it's going to be difficult to predict. Almost everyone in the match, everyone in the matchup is really in an equal amount of momentum. Maybe minus Braun Strowman. Strowman probably the popular pick to win. But otherwise than that, the rest of the 7 men, really are kind of equal to really win that matchup. So we shall see. And then so is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, minus 2 women. Those women being SmackDown's Charlotte Flair and Raw's Ronda Rousey. Those 2 probably being the high favorites heading to the matchup, while the other 6 are more on the equal level as well. So pretty much for the majority of the parts for both Money in the Bank ladder matches, kind of equal. But we shall see once we get to Money in the Bank as well. Anyway, the SmackDown side of things has already shaped up ahead before next week's episode of SmackDown, which will be the last episode of SmackDown before Money in the Bank. And well, Raw, they haven't really progressed much. The Universal title rivalry has definitely heated up across the last couple of weeks. Otherwise than that, AJ Styles, he doesn't have a matchup at Money in the Bank in which he'll defend his US title. Becky Lynch successfully retained her Raw Women's title back in Week 2 of Raw against Ruby Riott. What's next for her? And well, the Raw Tag Team Championships, I could guess what our Raw Tag Team match was going to be after, of course, the reunion of Slater Gator, Heath Slater, and Titus O'Neil. They picked up a big-time upset over Anderson and Gallows, of course, the Raw Tag Team Champions. So I like to think Slater and O'Neil, they get Raw Tag Team matches at Money in the Bank. At least I can only assume that's what makes the most sense. But then again, I'm not Raw or SmackDown management. I don't make the matches. I'm just a commentator. But anyway, moving back into the action. Of course, the Women's Tag Team Championships not going to be in line, as both Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross off Raw are both in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So those titles will not be defended. Every title, minus the women's titles, women's tag titles, they will be defended at Money in the Bank. Whether it be the kickoff show or the main show. I see where Aleister Black almost having his shoulders down for a 3 count. That's Balor almost had him right there. That's now Andrade, stiff forearm to Buddy Murphy. And now Andrade here going for something. Buddy El Galvez Balor launches Black. These 4 men for sure going to put on one hell of a contest in this matchup. One hell of a performance at Money in the Bank as well. Well, at least I can only assume. As now look at this. Finn Balor was looking to lift up Buddy Murphy, but Buddy able to reverse. Not for long though, as now Finn Balor getting some separation, goes back after Andrade. As Black looking to recuperate on the outside. And now Buddy Murphy here entering back inside the ring. Black, he does know that he's going to have to try and rest up and get as much energy back into his system as he can. As I did have a voice crack moments ago, my voice went hoarse. So, that happened. But anyway, Black now back inside the ring. Of course, eyes in the back of your head. Can never really let anyone get a pinfall or submission attempt inside the ring. As of course, that is where the pinfalls and submissions will count. On the outside ring is a different story. Can really pretty much go all out without no worries. Well, at least for the most part. As now Andrade here catches Buddy Murphy. Has him and a suplex. German suplex to be exact. And now Andrade hyped up here. So hyped up that he drop kicked the ropes. Pretty happy with his work right there. Oh! And a cutter right there by Aleister Black to Andrade. Of course, Randy Orton came up short in the triple threat main event back in SmackDown episode 1. But we could definitely see the RKO once again in the near future on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan, of course, another competitor, not inside the Money in the Bank ladder match. But maybe in the near future we shall see him as the champion. See there, what a knee! Buddy Murphy making Andrade crumble beneath his feet with an impact. And now into a cover here. 1, 2, and no! Andrade barely getting the shoulder up as Finn Balor didn't notice. Well, now he has. As now he's going to send Buddy Murphy into the ropes just to rebound him and clothesline him. And now Finn, oh no. Scaling the high red district on the Buddy Murphy, perhaps the coup de grace. Andrade! Andrade was in the way, and Buddy Murphy and Andrade, they both get the worst of that impact. And now, oh, Aleister Black breaks up the coup de grace. He breaks up the pinfall attempt. Buddy Murphy and Andrade, they got both of it. They both got it. And now Black Mass. Aleister Black to Buddy Murphy. Can Black get it? Buddy's hand is under the rope, though. Aleister Black almost had it. Finn Balor with a coup de grace to both Buddy Murphy and Andrade. Andrade got the worst of that. Andrade didn't notice that Finn Balor was up where Andrade tried to go for a pinfall attempt. That's now spinning Andrade. Hammerlock DDT onto Buddy Murphy. Murphy getting the complete worst here in this exchange, and Black is going to break it up. Rapid fire finishers. Balor with the coup de grace to both Andrade and Buddy Murphy. Andrade had a disgusting fall. His neck just almost breaking upon impact, if you ask me. And then Black with the Black Mass to Buddy Murphy to no avail, as Andrade with the low blow. And now Balor, can he get inside the ring in time? Andrade almost had it, but no, Black kicking out. Right to the family jewels, and of course, Selena Vega, the business associate of Andrade, but also the significant other of Aleister Black, and so that's not going to help out their relationship. Selena Vega, either, I don't know, will she be mad or happy at Andrade for that? I have no idea. Anyway, German suplex. Andrade taking down Balor. And now Andrade in the center of the ring. And he walks right into a Murphy Slaw from Buddy Murphy. Black and Balor isolated on the outside. The best kept secret has won this matchup. Rapid fire finishers. Balor with the coup de grace. Black with the Black Mass. Andrade with the Hammerlock DDT. And then the fourth and final one, Buddy Murphy with Murphy's Law to Andrade. And with that, WWE's resident, well, self-proclaimed best kept secret, Buddy Murphy, picks up the victory. And with that, he gets momentum on the SmackDown side of things, heading into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Buddy Murphy picks up the victory here tonight to main event SmackDown. And with that, we will end off this episode of SmackDown. We end off SmackDown Week 3.